I share a ton in my savings masterclass about tips and tricks, and I open up a ton in the savings masterclass too. It's 2 hours. If you want that masterclass for free, just comment savings and I will send it to you. Also, if you feel more comfortable DMing me, just send me a DM saying savings and I will send it to you. I wanted to take an opportunity because the savings masterclass was recorded at least a few months ago, like maybe 3-4 months ago. So I wanted to open up more about my savings journey in the hopes that it helps one person. That's always my goal, one person at a time. And having ADHD, things are different for you. And you can feel stupid at times. I know I have. You can feel broken at times. I know I have. You can feel frustrated, confused. Like, is anything going to work for me? And not just with money, but task management, cleaning a home, managing a home, running a business, marketing, making and keeping friends. Like, I could go on and on. So for this specific video, I wanted to share more and open up more about my savings journey. So I didn't come from like a super wealthy family. I never saw my parents I never saw my parents like saving actual money. We didn't talk about money. And so it felt very foreign to me. I have worked and made my own money, honestly, since I was 13 years old, babysitting and then like getting, a job in high school, cleaning tanning beds, answering phones at a doctor's office, and even, working through college. And so I've made my own money for a really long time, but making money and managing money are two different things. So typically everyone has something that they're better at. Like, there's natural spenders, there's natural savers, there's natural people that like love to make money, like they're really good at making money. And equally, I believe no matter what you're strong at or not strong at, you can get stronger at all of them. And so that's the exciting part, is sure, is there things that naturally come easy to everyone? For sure, but most things take practice and persistence and focus and determination. And when you can channel those things, you can really channel anything that you want. And so we've always done a really good job of saving as a family, but it's always been more like my husband being the leader, which is great and amazing. And also, since I'm still a part of the partnership, the better I get, the better we get. And so even though I didn't come from money or see my parents saving money, it was always just a really weird topic. And I think I really started to connect the dots as a young woman. Like, if I want stuff, I'm gonna have to make my own money. And so, I feel really passionate about all the topics that we talk about at Wealthy Mama Movement, because I feel like they can change so many lives. They already are. And so what I've realized is, if I don't love how something feels, I can change it. I have the power to change it. And so saving money has been that for me, of how can I gamify this so I actually feel really strong and excited about it. And so I bought a 100 envelope binder. It literally tells you what to put in it. And I have been literally putting cash in it. I then added another layer, because can't stop, won't stop. So not only do I have the savings binder, not only do we do our own savings as a family and my business, and also I opened up Capital One, at least here in the United States, has free checking and savings accounts, and you don't even have to go into a bank, which is really nice for somebody that is a busy mom and ADHD. I don't even, it takes literally seconds. So I opened up a handful of high yield savings accounts at Capital One on the computer. Literally takes less than 2 minutes. and you can rename them. You can also automate how much money you want going into them. And so they literally are climbing every single week, and they have different labels. Like for my 40th birthday, I want to do an international cruise and as a family. So I have one for that. I'm working on a mommy makeover. I have one for that. What else do I have off the top of my head? My tattoo sleeve. I have one for that. So those are like my fun savings accounts. We're saving for a home. Like, I feel so unstoppable because I've automated a lot of it. I've made it fun with the savings binder. And this can literally start $1 at a time, $10 at a time. And like getting in the habit of it and making it fun, it has been really, really important for me. Because if not, then it's just, I'm already out. And so when it comes to like saving, you know, like I shared earlier, like I just didn't see my parents do that. We didn't talk about it. Like when I started making my own money, I just spent it all. And so since I didn't come from money and I wasn't taught to save it, like it didn't feel safe to save it, right? It didn't feel normal to save it. And so as I have been going through my online career, one of the biggest challenges that I noticed when my business took off was I did not feel safe keeping it. We had so many powerful launches that were making a significant amount of money, but since I didn't have a plan, since it wasn't normalized for me, I didn't normalize it for me. The minute I got it, I was like, oh shit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Right? Like, and I felt so uncomfortable. It felt so foreign to me that it was just like a freak out moment. And I can really see that now. And so normalizing and making saving money fun has changed the game for me. Like, I get so giddy touching my 100 envelope binder, going into Capital One, talking about our house savings fund. Like, never in a million years did I think that would be my vibe around saving money. Like, that's how I feel about spending. I am like a professional spender. You tell me to go spend some money and I will see it through in excellence, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's balancing all of it, right? Like, abundance to me, especially around money, is you're really abundant with all of it. Saving money, investing money, spending it, giving it, like, it's so balanced for you. You feel so good around all of it. You feel safe, you feel normal. And I think that that's really, really key. Like, at least it's been key for me. And finding something that actually works for you. So cash, huge, monumental, has changed my life forever. Like, it's, for my ADHD brain, it needs it to be easy and fun and routine and a way that I know I'm going to be successful, right? Like, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I will be successful with automatic transfers because it's already set up, right? So like the guarantee, I think, is really, really helpful. And having deadlines, super, super helpful. That now it just feels like a matter of time for all of my goals, right? Like, and that feels like that's a vibe within itself of like, it's just a matter of time, right? Like, when you can see the path and you're taking the steps towards it, it's like, it's a signed, sealed, done deal. Like the 10,000 steps a day, like the only way that I can get there is taking it literally one step at a time. And like, that's what this has been about for me. And just like falling in love with the process, enjoying it, celebrating literally every dollar and being grateful for every dollar has just been huge. Like, it's just been so huge. And I want to teach this to my kids. Like, I want them to have their savings binder. Capital One even has teen accounts, which I love, right? Like, the minute, like, if I could go back in time and if I could be with myself when I started making money, like at least starting in high school, when I had like consistent jobs. Like, before that I did like babysitting, so it was like very inconsistent. But if I could go back and just be with my past self in high school, The minute I got my first paycheck, there should have been a plan. Like, I wish I would have sat down and said, okay, this is your future self. Let's start these habits now, because when they're habits and then they become normal, it just becomes your norm, right? Like, it's normal to brush your teeth. It's normal to shower or take a bath. It's normal to drive to your destination. When we just neutralize things and make it so normal, you feel so safe. And I really believe that women want security, and having a savings of really anything is better than nothing, and you feel so secure. I think it also explodes your confidence when you are leading this. So like how I shared before, like we've always been really strong at saving money as a family, but it's my husband leading it, right? Like he's alpha in that situation. So when I can do my own thing, like I'm gonna get just as good, it's only gonna help the team, right? It's like a football team. When everyone's pulling their weight, it makes the team stronger, it makes the team better, and then the team can win. They can at least increase the odds for success of winning. So going back to my old self, I would have sat her down and said, okay, you just got paid, let's either deposit the money and we'll have multiple checking accounts, or let's do envelopes, right? Like depending on what would have been easiest at the time. But then it would have been a very clear, a lot of ADHDers love specificity. We don't thrive in the gray area. Like if you're just save money, it's but what does that even mean, right? So if my current future self went back in time and said, okay, I want you to, do the 50, 20, 30, the budget, okay? So 50% is going to go to the needs, right? 30% is going to go to your wants, and then 20% is going to go to savings, right? That allows you to have this really abundant relationship with money because you're checking all the boxes. You can have a lack mindset around money because you're hoarding the money. If you never go out and enjoy your money, it actually is a lack mindset. Yes, on paper you have a lot of money, you've saved it, right? But if your relationship with money is very yucky, negative, toxic, no, we can't spend any money, you actually have lack energy, lack mindset, versus somebody that is following the 50, 30, 20 budgeting, okay? So that holistic energy is what I believe is really, really important. So then, my past self is doing that every single paycheck. She can then still go out and go to Target, go to TJ Maxx. But there's some bumpers, right? If you're bowling and there's some bumpers, and then guess what? All those times that something happened and I had an oh shit moment, I would have had the cash, right, to carry me through, not a credit card. So no matter where you're at on your journey, right here and right now, if you don't love your savings account or your savings is non-existent, you owe it to yourself to figure out what works for you, to find the way, to make the way, to really get better at this. Because the minute I started the 100 savings envelope, I felt different. And every time I put more and more cash into that, I felt different. Every time, today, we went and did a few errands, and I just used cash to pay for it, because that's our family fun account. It felt so good. So even if it takes you a minute to get to your bigger, wealthier goals and your wealthiest self, it doesn't mean that you can't feel different in the process, on your way there. That's actually key, right? So do we have our entire savings for the house that we want? No, but are we on our way there? Yes. Do I see the light at the end of the tunnel? It's getting brighter, right? And that is what's key. So I'm not questioning if it's gonna happen. I'm just how fast can I make this happen? And everything changes when that changes, when your vibe changes, when you find a system that actually works for you, and then you work the system. And equally, like I shared with the Capital One, it's automatic. Like, if I didn't log in for a whole year, it would just be growing and growing and growing. And since I made them high yield savings accounts, like you can have as many, I haven't reached the limit yet, but they're all, besides one is a checking with Capital One, but all of them are savings accounts. And so they're just growing every single day, right? Like, there they are, right? It's not the stock market. You don't have to figure anything out, right? So get you a high yield savings account, get you a 100 envelope binder, DM me for my savings masterclass. Actually watch the savings masterclass. I love you. I've been there. So I'm not calling you out, but watch it. It's 2 hours. Put your AirPods in, go for a walk, clean your house. But there's some really good nuggets in there, and I'm giving it to you for free. So, like, that's the thing that we really get to acknowledge, that, like, no matter what you desire, the resources are there. The people are there. The love and support is out there. But you've got to step up your game. Yep, I said it. I am stepping up my game more than I ever have before. And pretty quickly, I'm already seeing so many results, more than I even imagined. And it can't be contingent on anything. Like, I just wanted to step up my game. I wanted to do better for myself, for my family. It wasn't like, well, I'm gonna do this for 30 days, but if this doesn't happen, then I'm out. You can't do that. Then you're always chasing outside validation versus just becoming a better human, becoming an energetic match for everything that you desire. And when you are an energetic match, which you have full control over, everything will flood into your life. But you gotta have the energy to be ready. You've gotta have the space for all of those blessings to flood in, right? You've gotta normalize it. Okay, so past Nellie, when she had a handful of big launches, she was not prepared. She did not normalize it. Now she's prepared. Now she's ready for the flood. She's so ready. She's got the team, she's got the knowledge, she's got the confidence, she's got the systems, she's got the offers, she's got all the kinks worked out. She's got the plan in place. She's ready. And most importantly, energy. Energy for it. So every single day, you have the power to do everything that you want to do. Everything that you want to create, big and small. You hold the power. Don't keep giving it to the outside world of well, when this person does this or when that happens. No. Those are things that are icing on the cake. But put on your tennis shoes, go for a walk, drink some water, Google or YouTube something that you're needing, right? There's so many free resources, affordable resources. Yeah, sure, when you want to splurge on something, go for it. But don't let time stop you. Don't let money stop you. Don't let anyone stop you. And when you really step into that, you're unstoppable. It's just a matter of time. No matter what you desire, it is just a matter of time. And how you can speed up that time, right? We live in such a fast-paced, fast food, Amazon Prime, microwave galore world. So sure, you probably want it to happen really fast. So the fastest way to do it is to take step after step after step. You don't need to know all the steps to get started. You do not need to be perfect to get started. Hello, messy bun, no makeup, kids in the background, right? And I'm just gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna keep loving on you, believing in you, making my dreams happen, making other people, helping other people make their dreams happen. But there's room for you if you want it, when you want it. So I love you. Thank you for listening. DM me Savings Masterclass and I'll send it to you for free.